It is absolutely time again for another look at some of the stamps that I've got and how I'm sort of organising them to my own specs. So don't have any nervous breakdowns. I tend to do it my own way. Stamps are pretty common that I'm using, and what I'm doing is I'm separating them into genres rather than countries. Not all, but some. Anyway, I decided that I was going to actually put them in a folder with a little bit of this sort of stuff in pockets, with some sort of card paper, excuse the glare, and I was going to separate them. We had a look at the Christmas ones yesterday. I'm going to try and do a video every day, at least one a day, because I've got some catching up to do. So the other general thing that I'm interested in is sport, and a lot of sports stamps came into being. What with the Olympics, World Cup, other world events, and also as more and more countries came into being, got their own independence from various empires and commonwealths, they also wanted to celebrate their own, their successes in sport. And what I've done is, as you can see with the first one I've got here is Australia stamp. It's a running stamp, and it's from 1990 from Australia. Australia are very big with sport, so you'd expect them to have a lot of sporting stamps, and they do actually have quite a few. And the other thing you may notice as we go along is a lot of these stamps are more modern. By that I mean after the end of the Second World War. Here we have a Spain hockey. Spain are big with hockey, and it's a Barcelona stamp, and it's from 1971. And before the Second World War, so between the wars, so to speak, or indeed you could say before the Second World War, a lot of these stamps were a bit dour. They had people like dictators or kings or queens or despots. Pictures of those. They were dark, dismal days, probably you may say, and the stamps reflected that. Whereas post-war, things were more sort of colourful and more positive, if you will. Now here we have an Olympic stamp, albeit the Winter Olympics, 1988, and with snow out today. I was just asking the question earlier: why aren't we seeing these Winter Games on the television like the good old days when Eurosport was on? I don't know. I used to love that sort of thing, the downhill and the toboggans and the high jumps and what have you. I'm getting it all wrong, aren't I? Here we have Australia again. Now this actually looks an earlier stamp, doesn't it? And it would be from 1968, from the Mexico Olympics. Those were... I was probably 10 at the time, so just within memory. I seem to remember Bob Beamon made some sort of huge jump. And there was Linda Leap from Wales who did the high jump. He may have got gold, actually. Anyway, we plough on, and France are being celebrated here. Well, France 98, which is the World Cup, by the Republic of Benin. So this is an example of one of those countries that come into a republic in itself, and they can't wait to get a nice, colourful, beautiful, sporty stamp out there. And looking at the goalkeeper, because that is a goalkeeper, that would be that guy who did all those tricks, and he was South American. I can't remember his name. If you know his name, let me know. Anyway, we carry on up. Magyar Posta. So here we have Hungary. Hungary produce billions of stamps. In fact, you can count them all and they go around the earth. I don't know how many times. I'm sure someone out there would tell us, and probably get to the moon. 1961. This is not horse racing, but kart racing by the look of it. Maybe that's big in Hungary. Who knows? And then underneath we have another republic of Equatorial Guinea. And I'm just looking at this stamp. Is it actually on the right way round? I don't know. Possibly not. It may be a lengthways stamp, and I've butchered it. Anyway, 1976, it is the Olympic Games again. And then we've got the Kingdom of Yemen. So Yemen eventually went from one dictatorship, ours, into their own. So their kingdom of Yemen, so the king of Yemen was in charge in 1968, and this is their hockey stamp, a very nice stamp, nice and green, and it's good, nice action actually. Then underneath we have, again, another Olympic stamp, and this is Kampuchea. So again, war zones are becoming countries and getting their own stamps out there. And what a beautiful work of art that is. Actually, both of those are fantastic pieces. Some skill going on here. And this is the Calgary Olympics, and you can see that by Gary, which is the end of Calgary, within the drawing. Very nice stamp. Underneath we have, it's Kampuchea again, so I may have had a double there. And what we've got is ice skating. Presumably the Winter Olympics at Calgary. And we'll go up, and here we've got the Winter Spiel of 1980. This is the DDR, the Democratic, inverted commas, Deutsches Republic. So East Germany consider themselves a democracy, and the Western ones, what were they? Were they a republic? I don't know. And again, we've got a Winter Spiel, so we've got the Winter Olympics, which seem to be featuring a lot in my sports, and we haven't had any, much in the way of sports outside of the Olympics. Anyway, we can plough on. This is a 1969 one, Argentina. Nice little stamp here. Look at the cancel there, Buenos Aires. So that's a nice, beauty, bit of a bonus there. And it's also got the year 69 on the stamp. And here we have the that jump. It's not the high jump. It's the whatever it is. It's a dangerous thing, seems to be, because if you land on your head, it could be game over. And then we go back now to an earlier, this is probably the earliest stamp I've got on the sheet, 1964, the Tokyo Olympics, and here we have Czechoslovakia, when Czechoslovakia was a country. We talked yesterday about my biggest stamp, which came from Czechoslovakia. It then became the Czech Republic, I think, and Slovakia became its own country. And this is a lovely piece of drawing, I think. This is fantastic. That's got style, and it's got grace, and it's got strength in that drawing. I really like the stamp, really nice. Anyway, we turn over the page and we continue with what I've got thus far. There are gaps, so I will be adding to it, but I won't return to this. We will go on to other things. España, Spain, to you and me. This is a 1968 luge. Looks like the luge, doesn't it? That ridiculous thing that you strap yourself into. There's two of you, and down you go at 1,000 miles an hour. And if you survive to the end, you deserve a medal. So that's a nice old stamp. Now we're getting into the ordinary stuff. Now Australia does, because of the Commonwealth connections to Britain and stuff, it does like its horse racing, and there's a nice 1978 stamp showing the power of the horse. We continue to football. It looks like football. Could it be football or could it be something else? I'm not sure. But Australia, not known to be big on football, and the Olympics, again, not known to be big on football, does show this guy catching something. Interesting. And back to the Olympics again. This is a East Germany water volleyball. Is it called water volleyball? I don't know. I should know these things because I'm very sporty. But it's, again, it's a great stamp, and it's an opportunity for the DDR, East Germany, to show how important they are as a country, as their own, albeit split, nation. And then we go down here, and finally, Great Britain, Gross Britannia, county cricket. This is a celebratory anniversary stamp, 3p, the Queen's Head, cancelled in Dorchester, nice and British. Sock on the nose cancel, you would say that is, and it's from 1973, and it shows W.G. Grace at the crease, greatest cricketer ever lived. Thank you very much. We carry on, and here we have Aussie doing Aussie things. Could be football, could be sport generally. Isn't it Olympic one? I don't think it is. I don't know what it is. Continue upwards. Tennis. Australia, again, 1990. Very big on tennis. And then here we have the Republic of Hort Volta. Now, I'm sure that is called something different now. I don't know. But it's 1980. I've never heard of the place. It's to do with cycling, this stamp. Never very keen on cycling myself. I was usually tired by the time I got up to the top of the street. And here we have a French stamp. And this is an Olympic Games stamp again, the Tokyo Olympic Games, so 1964. Nice early stamp. And again, you see the power here, and you see some fantastic pen work going on. Captured it really nice. I love that stamp. We go now to what could be, well, first of all, it's Romania, and it seems like two blokes having a good old wrestle and punch up, and it's from 1967, so it is the World Championships, I would say, of, it's Greco wrestling, Greek, whatever. There's something Greco, isn't there, wrestling? It's like they take all their clothes off and wrestle in oil. Sounds a bit dodgy, but there's a medal in it. 1956, so a very, very early one here where sport is going on. And this is rugby, by the look at it. It's French. France are big on rugby, were then, still are today. And finally, we have 1968, and we have gymnastics, which is a massive sport in particular, I would say, the Eastern European blocks. Now, what is this? This is Olympic. Well, it is German. It's from Mexico. Olympics. Is it? Yeah, it is the DDR. So again, the DDR were very big in gymnastics, power events, weightlifting. Ultimately, they all had to hand their medals back because of drug abuse. Not all, just some. There were problems there, but they produced fantastic stamps, and that's a beautiful stamp of a female athlete on the beams, probably. Anyway, those are my sports stamps to date. As I'm going through all my stamps, when a sporty stamp pops up, I put it in the gaps, fill it up. If there's many, I add another page, so be it. Thanks for watching. Any comments, welcome. Let you know if you collect certain things. And I'll talk to you soon, maybe later in today. Who knows? Bye.